Hello friends, I hope everyone is fine. In this very short clip, we'll talk about how to remain stress-free when you are in the isolation. Because nowadays, most of the people, they are going through this phase that somehow either they develop some sign and symptoms or they have got a PCR test which is positive for the COVID-19. So if somehow you are isolated based on your test or your sign and symptoms, then there are certain things which you can do just to remain free of the stress. And this is very important to remain stress free, because the scientific studies up till now have shown that if you do not remain stress free, it will definitely affect your immune system in a very negative way. So try to remain stress free while you are in isolation. It should start from the very first moment you open your eyes and you start your days. First of all, try to remain in the bed for 5 to 10 minutes, or even after you have come out of your sleep. Try to listen to the voices from your surroundings. It can be the sound of a fan, it can be the sound of a air condition, it may be some birds chirping outside, but so you need to focus with your eyes closed for 5 to 10 minutes. That will give you some sense of relief. And never ever try to get your mobile, your laptop and your TV switch on. So always try to avoid these things, because the moment you come across the bad news, which obviously you can come across if you immediately connect yourself to these mediums, then you can go into the stress. So always try to avoid having a hold of your mobile, laptop and TV screens. So when you get up, either you can pray, you can perform your namaz, or you can go for any prayer, whichever religion you believe to, you belong to and you have a faith in and believe in. Then do some light exercises. This is very important to start your day after either prayer or exercise. After the exercise, have a very good shower, and then after the shower, do a very proper breakfast. Try to avoid junk foods at any cost. You need to have juices, you can have bread, you can have whatever suits you, and it should be a healthy diet. So after the breakfast, if you are on some medications for COVID-19, or you are taking something for the symptoms you have developed, then you are to take those medicines. And after the medicine, now here starts your day. Try to make a routine of crossing the number of the days you have already passed while you are in the isolation. This is very important, not to think of the days which are left. This is very important to think of those days which you have already crossed. It will help you to remain stress free. Now after this, you can use certain media to connect with your extended family, your loved one, your friends who are always supportive to you. You can use Skype, you can use WhatsApp, Instagram, these kind of a social media, so that because being a social animals, we need to connect socially. And in COVID-19, we always ask to avoid the physical contact, not the social contact. Because if you are connecting yourself to your friends and the loved one, it will help you to remain stress free, because this is always good. So after that, you can also read a book, you can watch any movie, and try to select one or two those news portals which you rely, and you know that they are the one which give the better news, hopeful news, not the fake news, because the fake news will always depress you, and you do not want to go into the depression or anxiety or stress. Try to connect with these news portal once or maximally twice a day, to keep yourself updated about the different situations in your country and outside of your countries, and regarding the even the coronavirus. Otherwise, avoid having too much information from these news portals. Now also think of one very important factor which is important. Whenever you are to go to sleep towards the end of the day, 3 hours before your sleep, you will not watch any TV. You will not, especially the news channels. You will make a routine of not listening to any news regarding the coronavirus 3 hours before you go to the sleep. And also try to avoid taking a strong tea, coffee or a heavy meal 3 hours before you go to the bed. Always try to maintain a set time when you go to the bed, and always try to get up in the morning at a fixed time. That will help your brain and its part, which we call the hypothalamus, to maintain the circadian rhythm. And these routines will help you hugely. And chances are that you won't go into the stress. But if you go into the stress or anxiety, then there are controlled breathing exercises which you can perform to get rid of the stress. What are those exercises? You can do 4-second exercise 4 times a day, or you can repeat it each time 4 times, and then you can perform it 3 or 4 times in a day. How you can do those controlled exercises? Take in a deep breath through your nose and count 4, or do it in 4 seconds. If I am doing, I'll do something like this. I'm taking in a deep breath in 4 seconds, then I'll hold that breath for another 4 seconds, and at the end of those 4 seconds, I'll take out the breath through my mouth in 4 seconds, slowly and gradually. And at the end of that 4 seconds, I'll hold my empty breath for another last 4 seconds. Once you have taken out the breath, then hold it in that position for another 4 seconds. So these 4 seconds exercise of controlled breathing will help you to get rid of the stress and anxiety. So this is a general routine which you can perform or you can follow in order to initially remain stress free, and if you go into the stress, you can come out of the stress very easily, because the remaining stress free during these days is very important. So keep yourself healthy, keep yourself safe from other diseases as well, and thank you so much for watching the video.